everybody, this is Mateo, and we are currently in Blackthorn City after defeating the Rockets and getting rid of them and catching Suicune. So, now that we've done all that, we can finally fight the gym leader of this town. Somehow, the whole beating the the Team Rockets is somehow tied to her coming back into the gym. Because as you know, no gym leader just sits in their gym and waits for you. No, they have to go and do other things as well and not do their job. And of course, as you know, there are also other trainers in these gyms. These trainers use dragon types. The problem is, there aren't very many dragon types. In fact, there are only 4. This includes Dratini, Dragonair, Dragonite, and Kingdra. And Dragonite is way overpowered at this point, so nobody's going to use a Dragonite. This being said, there are only 3 possibilities of Pokemon that these trainers can use. However, they also do use Horsey and Seadra, since those are the pre-evolved forms of Kingdra. So, not a whole lot of originality here. Sure, the Dragon-type Pokemon are interesting, and it's a first that we've seen Dragon types, or any of these Pokemon for that matter, but still. Also, most of these Dragon types will have an attack called Dragon Rage. It is an annoying attack that will always do 40 damage. Now, that might not seem all too much, but as you can see, most of my Pokemon will be taken down with 3 to 5 hits of that Dragon Rage, whereas normal attacks will only do around 20 or so to my Pokemon. And also, paralysis is annoying. Dratinis have a tendency to do that as well. And of course, within this gym we have strength puzzles. So we're going to use Feraligatr, our HM slave of a starter, to solve those. So this is simple enough. There we go. And the game still feels the need to tell me that the boulder has fallen through the hole. Now then, we have to go this way and we have to fight this trainer. A nameless trainer. I have a name, you just never asked it. Oh well. So, Fran is her name, Seadra as I said. So if you have an electric type like I have Magneton, he will destroy Seadra. Thing is, dragon types have a whole lot of resistances. So you want to be careful about what you use against them. Electricity is one of those, so is grass maybe, I think. Water, fire, you know, stuff like that. Just a lot of more than most. It's a pretty powerful type, but not very many people use it. There's mainly because there aren't very many. More are added in later. Anyway, what was I about to say after that? Well, shoot. I completely forget now. So think of something. Is that everything I need to explain? I think so. Okay then, other stuff. So if you go on my, oh, now I remember. Dragon types are only weak to ice and dragon types, and since it is impossible for you to have a dragon type at this point in the game, you're forced to use an ice type, which is what the ice path was for. It was to give you an ice type, which I didn't grab. So yeah. Now then, that's what I was forgetting to explain. Anyways, if you go on my channel, you notice that I've changed the background. I made it more bright, inviting, and more related to video games. I still have the whole timeline thing going on there, but it's on the left now. And, we are surrounded by boiling lava, of course. The last one was a bit dark, and I thought it looked cool, but it was only temporary till I could find something better. And I found something better. This one's a little too bright for me, but it's fine for now. I'll probably make my own eventually once I can figure out how to do that. So yeah, every single Pokemon in this dungeon, not dungeon, gym, has a tendency of using Thunder Wave to paralyze your Pokemon and then just Dragon Raging all over the place. It is not as deadly as Nerd Rage or Brooklyn Rage, but it is still pretty dangerous. And one last trainer before the gym leader. Okay. And if your Pokemon's already paralyzed, then they'll just skip that step, so you might as well just keep the whole paralysis thing on for the entire thing. Although it gets kind of difficult after a while. There we go. Critical hit. Now then, just the Dragonair, and we will fight the gym leader. I might go to the Pokemon Center beforehand. There isn't a whole lot that Dragon is super effective to, though. That's the only downside of it. I think they're only super effective against Dragon types, now that I think about it. So it's kind of a double-edged sword when you use a Dragon type. Kind of. The pros outweigh the cons of it. And they're usually just very powerful stat-wise at that. So Umbreon finally getting some screen time. So, hooray for that. Now then, we are not going to the Pokemon Center, we're just gonna do this. So let's go. Okay, we're gonna put Feraligatr up front, because he's my starter. And Hypno out-levels him at the moment. So I'm not following my own rule of having the starter the highest level, but that's okay. So, Claire, the final gym leader. Let's do this. The most powerful of them. Has 4 Pokemon, and they're Dragon types. This could get dangerous. So she starts off with level 37 Dragonair, and guess what? It's going to use the same basic strategy as all the other Dragonairs in this area. Thunder Wave, Dragon Rage. If it gets the chance, it got the chance. So it got the Thunder Wave off, so now I'm paralyzed and I'm going to be striking twice, or second. Wait, no, he uses Dragon Breath, which doesn't do nearly as much. So Dragon Rage is the biggest threat in this gym. And Thunder Wave could also be pretty dangerous too. Oh well, that's one down. Dragonair again, so she has 2 Dragonairs. And this one is also level 37. Oh, Thunderbolt, that is bad. Okay, more dangerous. Okay, but, believe it or not, this is where I got stuck when I was originally playing Gold version. Because when I was originally playing Gold version, I was around the age of 10. And I didn't understand the whole necessities of a team. I just had Typhlosion and a bunch of HM slaves. Typhlosion was around level 50 or 60 or so, but his fire type attacks don't do much to dragon types, so I always lost. And if I did manage to get to the 4th Pokemon, it would just take me down because it has the type advantage. And oh, hey, what do you know, a 3rd Dragonair. Same exact level, probably gonna Thunderbolt, and my Feraligatr would faint. So we're gonna go with Umbreon, just because it can take the hits, being the defensive tank it is. And it's already been damaged somewhat, so might as well have him do what he can to weaken the Pokemon. Dragon Breath again, awesome. So, yeah, this is where I got stuck. I eventually put the game down altogether. So basically, after this point, this walkthrough would be blind, kind of. So, hooray. I mean, there isn't much after this. I mean, this is the 8th gym, then we just got the Elite Four, and that's it. So, it's not going to be all that bad. I normally like to Let's Play games that I've beaten and know pretty well, like Metroid Zero Mission. I beat that and I knew it pretty well. Especially the first half. And the next game I know very well, and the game after that I know very well. The 3rd game that I'm going to do, because I usually do start talking about the next Let's Play as I'm about to finish the current one. I already have it all recorded. It's going to be a very quick one, but it'll be a lot of fun. It's one from my childhood. So, this is her 4th Pokemon, Kingdra at level 40. And it will constantly throw smokescreen at you, so you will barely ever hit. This is the Pokemon that beat me continuously when I was playing through this game the first time. And I'm trying to use Lock-On to get a guaranteed hit the next time. However, Lock-On's missing, so it's completely useless of a move. This is like the only time that I use Lock-On, and it fails me. The one time I needed it. So, Thundershock, going to do about a third, yeah, a third. And Surf, one of the very few Pokemon that uses HMs. Weird that it's a Gym Leader's Pokemon too. Granted, Surf is a pretty powerful Water-type move, but, you know. So see, Lock-On is missing, it's not doing its job, I might as well be spamming Thunderbolt, not wasting the other turn. So, that was a critical, no, it was not a critical hit, that was just very powerful. Awesome. So, Thundershot missing again, and Magneton is down. This leaves me with very little, because Kingdra is kind of defensive, and if I don't knock it down hard enough, it will Hyper Beam me, of course. No. It will use a potion. 1 HP, good job, Umbreon. But if I knock it down too far into the red, Claire will probably use a potion. Oh my... No, wait, no. No! I was about to say that worked out very well because of the recharge, but I just had to be paralyzed, of course. That was almost really awesome. Almost. And, of course, Hyper Beam again. Overkill. 1 HP. Done. Oh, well, at least we have to recharge now, or she has to recharge. So we have Hypno and a pretty badly hurt for Alligator, and Parasect, but I really shouldn't count Parasect. So, Hypno's my strongest, so I'm just gonna try him out. Knocking Kingdra down into the red again, and apparently she's out of potions, and we take her down finally. So, hooray! We beat the final gym leader, the gym leader that's had me beat for so long. And now, I can get my badge. Wait. What? Lazy, I beat you. Give me my badge. No, I will Fine. Let's go to the Dragon User Challenge. Guess what? More Dragon-type trainers. And it really isn't all that difficult of a challenge. You surf for a couple spaces, you find a house, you take an easy quiz, and you get your badge. Still, you have to do this, it's annoying. And more Dragon-type trainers! Of course. So, healing up because we did get pretty brutally beaten. Claire is probably one of the toughest trainers in the game. Just because of the team that I had. Not really all too great. Probably should have brought an ice type along, but I didn't. Because Piloswine has no good ice type moves. And I didn't even want to try Jinx. I don't know why. Now that I think of it, Jinx probably would have been helpful. But of course, ran in battle. Either way, this is the cave that she was talking about, the Dragon's Den. Okay, so I can enter now that I beat her. And here we are. And we get a battle right off the bat. And guess what he uses? Well, I already told you twice, this should be the easiest quiz ever. More Dragon-type Pokemon! Of course. Oh well. Pretty good experience, I guess. Repetitive, yes. But we'll be done with the repetition soon enough. Just trying to think of the right way to say that word. So, there we go. Darren, that's a cool name. And not a very cool response to me. Now then. So, yep, we have to surf again. Probably one of the most, no, the most used HM in the entire game, or any Pokemon game for that matter. So, we could grab this item, and we will. It's max elixir. And these two trainers, they're twins. In the remake, they're probably a double battle, and if they're still here, pretty sure they are though, so double battle. Otherwise, it's just a couple of Dratini. So, pretty easy. Feraligator's about to level up. Feraligator levels up. 49, it's pretty powerful now. I mean, it has really high stats, especially for a starter, which are basically average, with a couple stats higher up. And sure, Feraligator has a couple stats higher up, but he's still got high stats in general. So, we can surf, and here, look, here's a Whirlpool. So, we need to teach Whirlpool to a Pokemon. And one of the badges that we recently got, I think it was... I've lost track. But guess what? Feraligator is the only Pokemon on my team that can use Whirlpool. So, he is further strengthening his position as the HM slave. Although Water Gun is pretty useless at this point. I have no idea why I still have it. So let's try Whirlpool. That's a very small Whirlpool too. I don't see how it could pose much danger. Anyways. So now we can go down here. And here's this house. See you next time.